to know what EPBCS is, we have to first know the basics of planning and budgeting. Also, EPBCS is nothing but enterprise PPBCS, that is a layer above PPBCS. So, to get to know what EPBCS is, we have to get thorough with the basic concepts of PBCS, that is planning and budgeting cloud services. So, in today's session, we will be covering the following topics. What is financial planning, budgeting and forecasting? What is PBCS? What are the features of PBCS? The architecture of PBCS? The types of databases present? The key dimensionality present in PBCS? The properties, that is member properties in PBCS, like the data storage properties, consolidation properties, etc. And how the data and metadata loads can be done into the application. Key artifacts in PBCS like data forms, dashboards, task lists, etc. So let me start with what financial planning is. For any organization or company, finances are the key. A planning to arrange the financials for a company is at most essential. So a good financial plan in place contributes to the success of any company. Basically, a financial plan is an evaluation of the current and future financial state of a company, an individual, and a series of steps to achieve a certain stipulated financial goal. It's a process to estimate the funding requirements of a business and determine the sources for it. So there is a specific process to follow to execute a successful financial process. First of all, we need to identify the objectives of the organization, like where to invest and what to invest, where to spend, etc. Then, once the objectives are set, we need to collect the necessary information to implement those objectives. Collecting all the necessary and full-fledged information is crucial for a successful outcome. Then, once the information is collected, we need to analyze the information we have and pick the recommendations to implement in order to achieve those objectives. Then, we need to propose the recommendation, and once the recommendation has been finalized, we have to take an action and implement and continuously track the process and progress of it to make sure it is within the limits and not incurring any losses. This way, a financial process is being implemented in a typical organization. Coming to the objectives of the financial planning, the primary objectives include ensuring availability of funds. Financial planning majorly excels in the area of generating funds as well as making them available whenever they are required. This also includes estimation of the funds required for different purposes, which are long-term assets and working capital requirements. The next one is estimating the time and source of funds. So time is a game-changing factor in any business venture. Delivering the funds at the right time, at the right place is very crucial. It is as vital as the generation of the amount itself. While time is an important factor, the sources of these funds are necessary as the third objective would be generating capital structure. The capital structure is the composition of the capital of a company, that is, the kind and proportion of capital required in the business. This includes planning of debt-equity ratio, both term and long-term. The final objective would be avoiding unnecessary funds. So this is an important objective of the company to make sure that the firm does not raise unnecessary resources. The shortage of funds and the firm cannot meet its payment obligations, whereas with the surplus of funds, the firm does not earn returns but adds to the cost. Hence, an optimal level of funds should be raised. So this financial planning is basically quantified into monetary terms using three financial statements. The first one is income statement, where the revenues and expenses incurred in a company are recorded, also called as profit and loss statement. The next is the cash flow statement, where the cash inflow and cash outflow in an organization are recorded. Firm has incoming and outgoing cash to perform business activities. We purchase few assets or any of the things, and the cash outflow occurs, and we earn revenue and cash inflow occurs. So these are recorded in a place to understand the health of the organization, which is a cash flow statement. Next is the balance sheet. In this statement, the details of all the assets and liabilities and equities we have are recorded. These three statements are used in every company for financial planning and to understand the position and health of the organization. Now let us talk about budgeting. So what is a budget? A budget is a financial plan to estimate the revenues and expenses over a specific future time period. Every organization prepares a budget to see how its position will be and where it will stand in the coming future. Budget is an integral part of some of the managerial policies of a firm like long-range planning, cash flow, capital expenditure, and project management. When we look at the purpose of budgeting, it includes three aspects. A forecast of income and expenditure. So it basically forecasts the future income, that is revenue and expenditure, difference of both being net profit or net loss. So it helps to foresee future profit or loss. The second one would be a tool for decision making. So when the future incomes and expenditures are known, it helps us to decide on if we can go for the decision or not, and hence it is helping us in decision making. Next, a means to monitor business performance. So preparing the budget for future periods and making sure our actual stays within the budget limits helps to monitor the business performance, whether we are in the right track. Hence, budget is a must for a successful business. So here, if we have revenue actuals for the entire 2019, only 5 months of FY19, 2019 are covered. But let's say we have actuals for the entire 2019. We can prepare a budget for 2020 just by increasing small amount of revenue each month and expecting a slight increase in sales each month. So considering seasonality here, maybe in Jan, actual 2019, we have 100 as the revenue, and in Feb it is 105. And coming to budget, as it is increasing, budget will be showing a greater revenue in the future, should be showing greater revenue in the future. We will increase some amount by 105 and 112 and strive to reach that particular budget in the future of FY20. This way a budget can be prepared and future estimates can be done. Moving on to forecast. Forecasting is a technique that uses historical data as inputs to make estimates that are predictive in determining the direction of future trends. In short, forecast is a revised budget based on actuals of the current year. So for current year, the actuals will be occurring and the forecast is being changed continuously as actual month's data is replacing the already occurred months in forecast. So if we see, we already have 5 months of actuals in 2019 and forecast is being done from June to end of 2019. And for the next month, we will be having June actuals also. So here it will be replaced by June actuals and forecasting will be done from July to December, that is the end of the year. So this way, our forecasting is done. Let us move on to the next topic, the main topic for the day, planning and budgeting cloud services, PBCS. As already mentioned, EPBCS is an enterprise layer above PBCS. So first let us know what PBCS is and what is all included in PBCS. So Oracle Planning and Budgeting Cloud Service is a cloud application, basically a subscription-based application, planning application, which is built on Oracle Cloud. To put it in simple words, it is a cloud version of the basic on-premise Hyperion planning application. So the difference we find between on-premise Hyperion planning and PBCS is that PBCS has a simplified interface, easy to navigate, and the most important piece is for PBCS, there is no infrastructure maintenance. Everything is handled by Oracle. Also, will not be able to access the backend space through PBCS. So here the point to be noted is, we have a planning application. For example, let's take on-prem planning application, Hyperion planning. We have a planning application on the front end to do all the planning and budgeting activities, but we do have a database at the back end which is called SBase, which stands for Extended Spreadsheet Database, where all the data is being stored over there in that database. So when we were accessing on-prem Hyperion planning, we would be able to access both Hyperion Planning in the front end and SBase database at the back end as well. We will be having that access. But coming to PBCS, that back end, everything is being on cloud and everything is handled by Oracle. So we will be having access only to the front end of PBCS, and we will do the required planning on that. So when we look at the features involved in PBCS, it has 4 major functionalities embedded in it. It has the efficiency and efficacy of the Hyperion Planning application, where we can build web forms, which are nothing but data forms, business rules, which are complex calculations, and dashboards for reporting, etc. for planning. And it has the features of FDM, which is nothing but financial data management, where data and metadata integration can be established between the application and various external systems. The third one is Smart View, where Excel ad hoc analysis can be done. We all know Excel is the best friend to most of the financial planners. So Excel reporting and analysis is beneficial. So in addition to data analysis, which was part of on-prem Hyperion Planning, metadata management like addition or movement of members can also be done in PBCS through Smart View. And the fourth one is the financial reporting, that is HFR, which stands for Hyperion Financial Reporting, which is used to build data reports in various formats in a user-friendly view. So we do have web forms here and dashboards inbuilt in PBCS, but we also have HFR. So what is the difference between both of them is, in HFR, we can generate reports in whatever format user requests for it, like the header, the font of it, the color of it, the representation, the tabular format, everything can be given as the user wants it. So we have that feature in that, which is called HFR, and we would be covering in the next classes of it. So these are the key features embedded in PBCS.